Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free impartial advice on all your debt.
This is UMAR AHMED for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. I'm joined by the Savage. It's fight week, Sunday night. You're back in action against Noel Kennedy. What happens to Noel on Sunday night?
Knockout. It's going to be a knockout, you know. I know everybody's expecting it. I am expecting it, you know, because he said he's going to set up some trenches for me, you know, like in World War I. So I just hope he does. I want to bash them all up, you know. And I hope we want to have a good fight. I hope he comes prepared. You know.
Feels like, of course, he just fought on the White Povetkin card. Very quick turnaround. You happy to be just busy in a time where boxers can't really get out, most of them?
Yeah, that's still unreal for me, you know, that nobody boxes, and I'm on all of the biggest cards in the world, so it's crazy, brother, it's crazy, and I really try to soak it all up, you know, just living the dream, you know, I just literally living the dream. Me bashing heads in the ring, it's the dream for me, you know. For somebody it's a chaos. For me, it's the life I want to live, you know. And I want to fight 10 times next year. I say it to Edikon. I would like if that would be possible. I just want to devote this part of my life to boxing. You know?
Well, if all goes well on Sunday night, you've been linked with other fights, so you might be out again before the end of the year, very soon. The likes of Tom Little. Let's start with him. Is that the fight you want next, all being well with Noel on Sunday?
Yes, of course. I think that is the fight that has been in talks like for 2 months already. You know, I supposed to fight Tom Little again on the Chandel fight. You know,
on the White Povetkin card. Yeah.
White Povetkin card. It was supposed to be Tom Little, but he said he's not ready. You know, and he just wants to be ready so we can make a war. You know, and that's fair of him. You know, that's really fair of him, and we just wait for him to get ready. You know, I hope he's going to be ready for the 21st.
He called me the other day and said this fight with Babic is going to happen, and he's very confident about it. I know there's been respect between you two, there hasn't been any bad blood, but you get Tom Little in that ring, how does it go?
Oh, it's going to go all the way for the fans. I'm sure of what I'm going to do, you know. So I'm not going to say it because everybody knows what I'm going to do. And I really like Tom Little. I'm not going to say I'm going to knock him out and call. I don't. Alen doesn't want to do that, but Savage doesn't care, you know. And I think it's going to be hell. And if he wants to fight and he comes prepared, it's going to be terrible war. You know.
I like this Alen and Savage thing that you keep switching.
Well, it's the way to, you know, like defend Alen, you know, to protect Alen, because I'm just a normal guy. I'm humble. I'm average Joe, you know. So when I go into Savage, I can do all of the stuff. I just said, I don't know, Savage did it. You know? I didn't do it.
Since the Shondell Winters fight week, what have you made of the rise in popularity for yourself, especially amongst the UK fans? You're like a cult hero now.
Yeah, because it's not because of me, it's because of my army. You know, it's a savage. I have a savage army. I always tell it, and I mention them in every post I make. You know, and I think it's something that's gonna catch up. You know, I'm gonna do a lot of T-shirts for them. You know, so we can sell it on BoxShop maybe or somewhere. Yeah, we're gonna do that, and I just love them. You know, that's just my energy. You know, when I feel low, when I feel down. And we boxers, you know, we're crazy, you know, we're all in these kind of dramas and chaos, destruction. So I just rely on them, you know. I read messages all day sometimes. Such a good message, brother. Like 1 in a million is a bad message. So every single message is an amazing message, and I love them. Just keep writing me. I am trying to answer them all, you know. And they're like, oh, Savage answered me. So I'm just a normal guy, you know. I just want to feel people to connect with me, you know, because they feel like I'm one of them.
We need to get some Savage T-shirts.
Yeah, I'm just working on it right now.
You are working on it?
Yeah, I'm going to BoxFit on Monday.
Yeah.
And I'm going to speak with their manager, and my guy, one of my sponsors from Croatia, is making the T-shirts. Look at them. Yeah. So I'm working on it to be able to bring them to UK.
What's the situation also with the Dave Alen fight? Was that talked about for yourself?
Well, yes, the fans mentioned that fight as soon as I beat Chandel Winters, like the same night, you know. Yeah. And I was like, yes, let's go. I love Alen. I was his fan, actually, you know. I'm still his fan. You know? He's a good life story. I like him because he's not one of those guys who who protects their records. You know, he just fights anybody, and he fought some good fights. And I'm really a fan of Alen, and I would like to fight him. You know, I think it would be a good fight. He said he would beat me easily, so I would like to see that, because nobody beat me easily in my 200 fights, you know, and 10,000 sparrings. Nobody get it easy with me, so I would like to see that. You know.
Now, your countryman Filip Hrgovic boxed the other night. Did you see his knockout? What did you make of it, if you did see it?
Yeah, it was a shit knockout, you know. He fought 682nd fighter in the world, brother. It's a disgrace for boxing, you know. How can you put a guy on the 5 days notice? Oh, it's like a lamb to a slaughter, you know. It was terrible. I would never do that. If Dillian tells me, go fight this guy who's 700 on the list in boxers, and he has half a star, I would never do that. What am I going to prove there? You know, I can prove something about Neil Kennedy. Neil Kennedy is a warrior, you know. He's a good man. He's a soldier. And with that, Hrgovic opponent just went in for the money, you know. And I don't think that they should allow that. You know, I think they shouldn't allow that fight.
I spoke to Nissa Saulen recently, and the Saulens take this view that this fight between you and Filip isn't for now, it's for the future, because you don't bring enough to the table for a fight with Filip at the moment. What do you say to the Saulens and Filip Hrgovic about that?
Well, I think UK loves me more than they love Hrgovic, actually. You know, I think my army is bigger than his. It's much bigger than his. My savage army is crazier than his fans are. So I don't see what am I not bringing. I'm fighting all of the top guys. I fought Chandel, who was 61, and he's fighting nobody. He never fought nobody, you know. And Hrgovic was my friend once, you know. But he's not a man anymore. He just let other people decide for him, you know. And Dillian asks me all things considering me, you know. I had that kind of relationship with Dillian, you know. We talk together. And Hrgovic he's just like, I'm not gonna talk. Just talk, brother. Give the people what they want. I do want to fight Hrgovic, and we are gonna fight, you know. Not now. I know not now. I know he's the greatest guy in the world. I know it's so okay, but we are gonna fight, brother. We're gonna have to back it up.
I feel like when I mention fighters, that is the fight you want most, Filip Hrgovic. There's a different emotion that comes out of you when you speak about Filip.
Well, listen, for every fight and for this, I said I didn't come to boxing to beat Niall Kennedy. I didn't even know who he was. I didn't come to beat Chandel Winters. Chandel is a great fighter. I didn't know who he was, you know. I know Filip Hrgovic. I don't like him, and I think that would be the biggest fight in my country's history. You know, we never had two professionals with such a rival. I really don't like him. I dislike him so much. He's the pure opposite of me, and some people like him and doesn't like me. It's so good, you know. We are two opposites, like Joe Frazier and Muhammad Ali, totally opposite guys. I think it would be a great fight, you know, but he just keeps sabotaging it, you know. And I'm a top 100. I'm a 71 right now. After this fight, I'm gonna be 50 in the world. How long can you mute me? You can't mute me. You know?
Just before we go, do you want to say something to Filip Hrgovic? Look in the camera and say something.
We're gonna meet, my brother. I'm telling you right now, we're gonna meet.
Okay, Alan, best of luck this Sunday night against Niall Kennedy. I'm sure a lot of fans will be tuning in from the UK and across the world to watch the Savage. Is there anything you'd like to say before we go?
Well, just to all my Savage army, be prepared, brother. We're going to war. We're going to war once again.
Thanks for your time on IFL.
Thank you, brother.
Lovely.
Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free impartial advice on all your debt.